Welcome to Lummi Nation News. Today, we have a chit-chat with the VA Rural Outreach Clinic. Hosted by the Lummi Nation, they are set up at the Silver Reef Hotel, Casino, and Spa from Monday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also, on Friday from 9 a.m. until noon. And also, a small recap from last week's first round of the 1B state playoffs. Also, our list of events and a short weather forecast. Alright, let's start off with this 1B state playoff. The Lummi Blackhawks dominated District 4's top seed Lyle Wishram 52-0 in the first round of the Class 1B state playoffs last Friday, November 14th. They ended up having to push the game back to 5:30 due to snow and traffic issues. They were also thinking of canceling the game because there was 4 to 5 inches of snow on the field. Lummi held Lyle Wishram to 29 yards passing and negative 19 yards on 25 rushing attempts. Also, Lummi's offense was almost as good as the defense, and it started on the game's first play from scrimmage when Hoskins raced 50 yards for a touchdown, and the Blackhawks rolled from there. Austin Brocky threw a pair of touchdowns, including a 40-yarder to Enrique Medina. Jacob Roberts had a long scoring run, while John Blue also ran well and scored a touchdown. Lummi's next opponent will be Lopez Island, which they already beat back on November 1st with a score of 66-28. Also, Nia Bay advanced to the next round, beating Pateros 78-30 at North Kitsap High School last Saturday. The Red Devils will advance to face Twin Valley, a first-year combination of familiar opponents, Wishkah Valley and Lake Quinault, in the state quarterfinals, after Twin Valley's win against Colseen 62-34. So, with a win from Lummi and Nia Bay this weekend, they will be facing off the following weekend in the state semifinals played at the Tacoma Dome. Other teams advancing to the next round of the state playoffs are Cusick, who beat Touchy 34-28, Republic, who beat Pomeroy 56-0, Garfield Palouse, who beat Odessa Harrington 40-28, and Liberty Christian, who beat Intiat 74-6. We are joined here today by Kathy Davidson, the project manager of
the VA Rural Outreach Clinic.
All right, cool. And what are you guys doing here?
Well, let me tell you give you a little bit of history. We applied for a grant from the Office of Rural Health through the VA to be able to go out into rural areas and bring VA care to our rural veterans. And so we have been working with the different tribal communities in the area. They've been graciously hosting. This is our first time to Lummi. And so what we bring our mobile medical unit, which we can do primary care. So we have an advanced practice nurse. We have an LPN. They do primary care. We also have blind rehab services. That's for low vision, visually impaired, blinded veterans. So we can also do eye exams as well. We have enrollment and eligibility. So if a veteran is not enrolled with the VA, we can go ahead and take care of that right here with us. Myself, I'm the minority veteran coordinator at the American Lake Division of VA Puget Sound Healthcare System. So it's a great opportunity for me to bring some cultural competency and cultural awareness back to our staff at the VA in doing these outreaches. We also have several volunteers that are tribal members who join us, tribal veteran representatives, that we really couldn't do this job, without them. We also have a volunteer who is a certified veteran service officer who can do claims for veterans while they're here. So we can basically get them started in the VA system, do what we call a vested exam, and then the closest VA for them to continue with their care is the Mount Vernon CVOC. So this project, the VA Rural Outreach Clinic, we go out one time each quarter of the fiscal year. So for this first quarter, we're being hosted by Lummi Nation.
Yeah.
We'll be here all of this week through noon on Friday to see veterans. They can walk in. They don't have to have a scheduled appointment. We'll go ahead and schedule an appointment to see whomever they would like. Sometimes we have legal services. We also have our Tacoma Mobile Vet Center, which is here also out of Tacoma. And they are here to do any kind of mental health counseling, any kind of PTSD, if a veteran just needs someone to talk to, if they just need to sit down or even if they're in crisis, we can help them through the Tacoma Vet Center. So this year I'm the project manager, which basically entails kind of being the coordinator. So I'm kind of the liaison between the VA and the tribe in setting up where we want to go, because we need to, the grant is rural veterans. So we try to pick areas. We have been hosted by the Swiminus tribe, the Chehalis tribe, the Lower Elwha, and also the Jamestown S'Klallam tribe and the Suquamish tribe. We've been hosted by them also, and I'm probably forgetting some others. But we also have, it's not part of this project, but it's another mobile medical unit that goes out on a regular basis and goes to Aberdeen for a week and then goes to Shelton for a week. And they are just primary care. They don't have the other things that go along. And they do that. And then they have a third week where I think they're going to Grays Harbor area as well, and in the Montesino, I think, in that area as well. So they're out 3 weeks out of a month. So between the two of us, with our mobile medical units, we're really trying to reach out to those veterans who may have to travel a long distance or who have never even sought the benefits that they have earned, these benefits. And so we want to make sure. So we see tribal and non-tribal veterans and let them know about their services. Some may choose to also be with VA and also have private insurance, which they certainly can. Some are retired military and they can also get benefits through the retiree and also through the VA. So it's a great opportunity for us to try to make an impact in the rural areas to bring the care a little bit closer to the home where they live.
Great.
Yeah, so it's been very rewarding for us. Oh, great. Well, let me just say thank you very much to the tribe. It really makes a difference to be welcomed. And they have been, folks here have been great. And our tribal veteran representative, David Jefferson, deserves a lot of credit because he's the one who kind of got the ball rolling for us. And we were able, the team was able, to make it happen, and we found a date and everything. So only being able to do it once a quarter, we'd love to do it more often, but unfortunately, and that may be something, I shouldn't say unfortunately, that may be something that would increase in the coming years, because we're looking at right now how successful that we have been the last couple of years, and then including this year, to rewrite the grant to see if we can possibly do it more than 1 week a quarter.
Yeah.
And so we'll be working on that for next fiscal year. All right.
We really started in about 2010 when we wanted to bring vision care, blind rehab. We started with blind rehab. We're from the blind rehab services, and we want to bring it out to the rural veterans, and thinking that obviously when you are visually impaired, it's that much harder for you to come into one of the 2 hospitals or one of the facilities. And so we make quarterly trips. So once every 3 months we would go out to a rural community, and we're usually hosted by the local tribal community, which is fantastic, with the room, with the space, with the parking, and we started off with just vision care, but by now we try to bring out a whole team of providers so that we try to get as much done, kind of one-stop shopping idea. As Kathy explained, the various services, but this part, vision services, is where we get to work with veterans who, for example, haven't had an eye exam and they're squinting trying to read, all the way to visually impaired veterans. They may have some eye disease where their needs go beyond regular glasses. So we help them with magnifiers and technology and some electronic things to help them read, to go back to the daily things like using the microwave, dialing the telephone, even a lot of safety concerns like steps and curbs, ambulating in the dark, get up in the middle of the night trying to find the way to the bathroom type of thing, or go out and do grocery shopping. And once they get there safely, looking at the prices and then reading the menu when they sit at a restaurant. So all the day-to-day things, and also computer access, getting on the tablets, getting on their cell phones, and using the computer for email and Facebook and that sort of thing. So it's a whole person approach. We do have outpatient services, kind of like what we do here in their community. We also have outpatient appointments back in the hospital, back at American Lake, which is where we're based out of, all the way to inpatient type of training too. Sometimes folks with the vision loss severe enough that it impacts just about everything that they need to do. A lot of times we'll have them come into our inpatient blind rehab program, and we kind of full immersion, work with them for a number of weeks and get them back to as independent as they're able. We also have home-based care too, so some things need to be done at home. For example, difficulty crossing the street right outside their house type of thing, or catching the local bus system. So we also have home-based blind rehab service, and our blind rehab outpatient specialists, BROS, B-R-O-S, will go out to their community and go out to the home and work with them a little bit too. Nice. So we do offer the full range.
Yeah, good morning. Oh, we're happy to be here. Invited by the Lummi tribe and to see the veterans. And we're with the Puget Sound VA healthcare system. And we're looking to bring any veterans out there into the VA care system that might not already be associated. And we're at the Silver Reef Casino this week, and you're welcome to come in. This is for all veterans. We've been invited by the Lummi tribe, and we're happy to be here and see, of course, as many of those veterans as we can. But all veterans are welcome to answer a lot of different questions. And then also to be able to get into the system and be set up with primary care. That's what we do with this rig that you see behind me. Do a basic intake exam, get down to history and physical, and get you set up with a primary care provider at the VA. This can be in addition to the care provider you have in the community, but by also having someone at the VA that allows you to access the special services that you might be interested in, whether it's vision services or audiology for help with hearing aids, many different services available at the VA.
All right, let's get into some events. Monday, November 17th, there will be a public forum for a court evaluation at the Silver Reef Casino in the director's room, starting at 5 p.m. Today will also be the start of the free 6-week course for women to help deal with anxiety and stress reduction. These sessions will be held in the cultural therapy room in the behavioral health department, starting at 6 p.m. Tuesday, November 18th. The LIBC regular council meeting has been postponed. Thursday, November 20th. The Early Learning Policy Council Family Engagement Training has been postponed. Also, Early Head Start will host a playgroup at the Lummi Head Start starting at 5 p.m. Friday, November 21st. This will be the Angel Tree and Holiday Basket applications deadline. Sunday, November 23rd. There will be a community breakfast at the Wachlium starting at 9 a.m. Monday, November 24th. Elders will be able to pick up their food baskets at Commods from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. There will also be another session to help anxiety and stress reduction for women held in the cultural therapy room in the behavioral health department from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. Tuesday, November 25th. Anyone else who signed up for a food basket may pick up theirs at Commods from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Thursday, November 27th, Thanksgiving. There will be a Turkey Day 5K fun run hosted by the Lummi Fitness Center. Registration opens at 8, races start at 9. Free registration. Also, LIBC and the Lummi Clinic will be closed Thursday the 27th and Friday the 28th in observance of Thanksgiving. And now, some weather. Tuesday, we will have partial sunshine with a high of 49 and a low of 37. Wednesday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 51 and a low of 42. Thursday will be rather cloudy with some showers with a high of 52 and a low of 42. Friday, we'll have occasional rain with a high of 51 and a low of 44. If you have any upcoming events for the next Lummi Nation News, you may give us a call at 360-312-2135 or shoot us an email at squallquall@lummi-nsn.gov.